I'm coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pops, and Cece, yeah, they're going to be there. Playing in front of them in an NBA uniform for the first time is going to be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's going to be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And I'll be ready.
At power forward, LaVoy Allen at the other forward position.
From Brooklyn, New York, and the home of the Nets, we're broadcasting live from Barclays Center. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. On the floor for the Nets. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Mahima. Turner comes in for Allen. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for George. And it's Williams in for Ellis. On the court right now for the Pacers. Williams, he's in at shooting guard. Hill is out there with Turner. Then there's Hill, and it's Miles in at the small forward. Here's Sims. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions. And guys, no doubt George Hill had it rough last season. He missed the first 28 games with that left knee injury, came back for 5, then missed another 11 games before his season got going. But you know what? He had one of his most productive years from that point on.
Rodney Stuckey's checked in for George Hill. 1:53 left to play in the first quarter. Rodney Stuckey on the wing. And out of bounds is Brooklyn gains possession.
Well, a lot of tough teams in this league. Here's where Brooklyn sits right now. 5th in blocks, 5th in fast break points. And they're in the top half of the league in getting steals as well. Not bad, but could be better.
You know, you talked about their spot in the shot blocking rankings. Their length and presence inside is not to be taken lightly. And trust me, their opponents are very conscious of it every time they drop the ball.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. Indiana's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Williams with a clean look. Basket is good, the assist from Stuckey. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game. Nets trail by 5. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Brooklyn. He said that one of the players they're keying in on defensively is Rodney Stuckey, adding he loves to use his size and his strength to play bully ball inside and get himself to the line. We've got to be physical with him without fouling. Guys, that'll take discipline. We'll see if they can strike the right balance on defense.
All right, Doris.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Shoots off the screen, and it's off the back rim. No good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Outside Williams. Lots of room. And the Pacers tack on 2 more. There's 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Sloan. He's guarded by Williams. And Sloan kicks to Sims. Clock at 6. Shot to stop the run. Williams with the block. Miles. Oh, he hits it. How about that shot?
Big time. Big time.
Incredible. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Pacers lead by 12. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Good points, Clark. What role do coaches play in helping young players like that adjust to the long NBA schedule?
Well, you know, Kevin, they're going to give their teams the best chance to win no matter what the circumstance is. If that means playing young guys extended minutes, then all systems go. I mean, that's what being a pro is all about.
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. And for the Pacers here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Yeah, just the way they've been able to pound that backboard, I think that's been the difference.
Establishment of a good low-post presence, a big part of the success.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Indiana, Williams in at point guard. Paul George is out there with Lavoy Allen. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. And it's Ellis in a two-guard. The Pacers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
All right. All right, let's keep it up.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a win against Detroit.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And guys, looking at Jarrett Jack, one word comes to mind: professional. I mean, he's as solid as they come. Tough, capable, experienced, and he proved it all again last season.
Ellington the pass to Bogdanovich. And the Nets, another three.
Bogdanovich. Indiana calls timeout.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over and make your presence
which
felt.
teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month. The Nets.
I mean, it's about the pace they've played with here.
The Nets with the lead. Talking about Jarrett Jack, he is especially dangerous at the end of the game. Not only does he make great decisions, Clark, he was a top 10 free throw shooter last season.
Yeah, experienced, tough-minded ball handlers and shot makers are always valuable, especially when it's winning time. You know, it looks like they've recalibrated their approach away from trying the three ball.
Yeah, they started out a little slow from out there, trying something different now.
There's the screen. Williams for three. No good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. The Pacers beat them last time when these two teams met in Indiana.
And really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
And Greg, you know how it is. At some point, you've just got to man up and play with a lot more aggressiveness and toughness and pride inside.
That's good. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half. Here's Sloan. He's guarded by Williams. Sloan dishes to Sims. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Brooklyn ahead. They're up by 3. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. Checked in for Wayne Ellington. Indiana also making some changes. Hill, he's checked in for Mahinmi. Turner comes in for Lavoy Allen. And it's Williams in for Ellis. They've got Brook Lopez. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Jarrett Jack. And it's Young. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Cavaliers got the job done. He dropped in 17 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
And Brook Lopez, guys, started the season as the starting center for the Nets last year, but it didn't end up that way.
And Jack kicks to Lopez. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And for Brook Lopez, disappointing start to last season. The season before, he had played only 17 games, so he wanted to make an impact right off the bat. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, you know, he missed the first 2 games altogether with the foot injury and comes back to play pretty well, then hurts his back. Out for 8 more games, comes back again. He's benched in favor of Miles Plumlee. Just a very disjointed year for Lopez.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Paul George. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Hill. Outside Williams, feeds it to Turner. Stuckey gets a screen from Williams. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Stuckey.
And for Lopez, last year was the first time since he was a rookie that he didn't start every game. I mean, that is a huge shot to your confidence. I don't care who you are or what your circumstances. But you know what? At the end, he rose above it.
Henry Sims is checked in for the Nets.
You know, on the topic of Lopez last season, ugly beginning, but things got beautiful over the last 2 months. 55% shooting, nearly 20 and 10 a game. Some of the best numbers of his career.
To the paint, picked off in midair. Here's Sloan. He's guarded by Stuckey. 51 seconds left in the third quarter. And that one's good. And the Nets lead by 6.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense could do.
On the wing, Williams. 12 points for Hill. Here's Hill. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Hill's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
Brooklyn leading by 4. Fires for 3. Rebound by Williams. Indiana's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Pick up by Hill. Williams passes to Miles. Hill dishes to Williams. 6 to shoot. Shot on the wing. Rebound, Brooklyn. Kilpatrick. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Nets lead by 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Here's Williams. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Williams is in at the point. LaVoy Allen out there with Paul George. Then it's Ellis, and it's Mahinmi in at the 5. Williams against Jack. High post try. And off the front iron, and in it goes. 14 points for Freak. The Nets with the lead. Now here's Ellington. Pass to Young. Shot off the screen. Rebounded by Ellis.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
And George, here we go. comes up empty down low.
You know, and after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
But you know what? You know, they've come this far. They're not going away now.
Screen by Young, and Jack kicks to Young. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Thaddeus Young provides a lot of things, Clark. Solid on both ends of the floor. He can plug him into almost any lineup and make it work.
Yeah, he's an ideal basket.
Nets trail by 4. There's the dish to Lopez. 11 feet away. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And guys, when you talk about Thaddeus Young, last year was another solid season for him. Excellent job finishing around the rim as usual. Solid rebounding numbers, but still trying to improve his consistency from the 3. He started the season strong in that department and kind of fell off a bit at the end.
All right, now, I want everyone here in the Barclays Center to welcome to the court. Go, Nets Dancing!
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I was able to listen in on what the Nets coach was going over with his team. He laid out the X's and O's and told them, we're still alive, guys. We've just got to work together, trust each other, and play our backsides off. Kevin, we'll see if they've got enough in the tank to get over the top.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Lopez. Good work defensively by Turner.
Man, Thaddeus Young, he's really entering the prime of his career right now at age 27. Hard to believe he's now in his 9th season. Only spent 1 year in college. Still plenty of room to grow.
Again, the miss by Williams.
High-quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And, Greg, that has him S-H-H-E, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks, and so they foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. Here's Lopez, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his second personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Brooklyn, Brook Lopez. Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 5. Lopez hits them both. 23 seconds left in the 4th quarter, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his 3rd personal foul. At the line for the Nets, Monte Ellis. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game. So it's Brooklyn now.
Gotta score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste here, partner.
And Jack, here we go. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
The 3. Again, the miss by Jack. And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's his 4th personal foul. Shooting for Brooklyn, Monte Ellis.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. So it's Indiana picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really...
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet. Paul George.
Well, Paul George showing us again tonight why he is one of the premier wing players.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan.
As I was saying, got a real big problem. All this kitty stuff. Your evil twins, CC and Dom, got you doing Vet, what was that word he was using?
Rebrand?
No. Recalibrate. All this stuff they got you doing to recalibrate your images cost you in the hood, fam. Yo, the streets is watching, and they're not convinced.
Vic, how many times do I have to tell you? The streets ain't always right.
Nah. It's always good in the hood. Let's not forget, I am a student of human nature. All right? Take your man here. He's playing this here video game is to not address the reason why his brand...
Some people say you just hang around.